I almost think I can see their hopes and dreams flickering in each little light.
Like a bonfire of dreams.
Berserk is an excellent story on so many levels, but perhaps its strongest aspect is in its characters. The main characters are extremely layered, but out of all of them, its most thought-provoking character has to be Griffith. Right now, in the latest chapters of the manga, it's still not exactly clear what all of Griffith's motivations were, and it takes some rereading to truly understand some of them. But there's one overlooked and very important moment that happens in the Golden Age arc. It's specifically when Griffith orders Guts to assassinate Count Julius.
At least it is true. A man has no control, even over his own will.
The character Count Julius is a brash and arrogant noble. He lived a very difficult childhood as the son of an aristocrat before he became the leader of the White Dragon Knights. He also suffered the loss of his wife, leaving him with his only son, Adonis. Sometime prior to the Band of the Hawks' battle with the Black Sheep Iron Spear Knights of Chutter Empire, Julius was held ransom by Tudor, and the King of Midland had to pay for his brother's safe return. It's worth noting this fact because the ransom's costs played a big role in Julius and his knights being replaced by the Band of the Hawk. Julius believed that commoners could never become nobles, no matter what. This fear and envy led him to attempt to murder Griffith, as he saw him rising in rank. He also trained his son Adonis in the way of the sword. This was so that he could become strong and a suitable husband for Princess Charlotte, which would cement his lineage's hold on Midland. It was also known that he was having an affair with his brother's wife, which was the Queen. After Griffith finds out that it was Julius who sent a sniper to try to kill him with a poison arrow, he orders Guts to assassinate him. Guts successfully kills Julius, but in the process accidentally kills his son Adonis. You can see the reaction in Guts' face that this is especially painful. So Guts isn't just disturbed because Adonis was a child. Earlier on in the same chapter, while Guts spied on Julius, there was a short scene where he remembered himself as a child, when Gambino was still alive, and brutalized him, pushing him to his limits. He watched Adonis get treated with the same harshness that he received at the same age. He saw shades of himself in Adonis, and he saw Gambino in Julius. This caused Guts to feel bad for Adonis, and he tried to ignore it, and instead focus on the mission. This sympathetic side of Guts is what disturbs him so much, because he killed another version of Gambino, which was in Julius, and straight after, kills a younger version of himself, which was in Adonis. After the initial shock, Guts escapes killing everyone that gets in his way, before taking an arrow or two and hiding in the sewer. While Guts is in the sewer, we see this dream sequence where Zod kills Guts and Gambino. This monster obviously represents what Guts did to Adonis, and he even reacts the same way, and eventually it's revealed that it's Guts that has become the monster. Guts now sees himself as the monster Zod that he encountered earlier, something that really scared him. The innocence that Guts once had is now gone. So one thing I always questioned about this was, why did Griffith choose Guts for this job? I mean, like, Guts is like the bull in the china closet. He carries a massive sword that's very loud and takes 2 hands to use. Why not use someone stealthier? I mean, wouldn't Casca or even Judah have been a better choice? Well, while Judah was probably a better choice as a stealthy assassin, it was not just a matter of fighting style that mattered to Griffith, nor was it a matter of loyalty. Both Judah and Casca would have done it. It's just that Griffith trusted Guts more than anyone. One other thing that Griffith also mentions is that he didn't want the others to know of his darker side. Guts is the only one that Griffith really trusts, and that's the biggest reason why he's coveted so much by Griffith. As for practical reasons, Griffith had said before that Guts' rage and tendency to do things his own way was always something he considered before making plans. It's possible that Griffith had anticipated the death of Adonis as well. He also could have felt that it was something that only Guts would be able to pull off without being extremely weighed down by it later on, mentally. Also, by killing both Julius and Adonis, Griffith opened the path towards becoming closer to his dream. It's a master plan, and it could have actually worked if Griffith didn't get caught with the Princess Charlotte. That of course also wouldn't have happened if Guts never left the Band of the Hawk right before that, so aspects of Berserk are like that. And it's just like in real life, where one decision you make can lead to a chain of events that will drastically change an outcome. So that's something to keep in mind the next big decision you make. Just one wrong move and you can end up being sacrificed by demons. Berserk's Golden Age arc is filled with these moments that influence outcomes, and it's another reason why it's such a great arc, and an awesome story. The assassination of Julius might have seemed small at first, especially when you didn't know the outcome, but it was really something that leads to the final climax of the Golden Age arc, which is the biggest moment in all of Berserk. If Guts never went on Griffith's wild assassination mission, he might never have been able to witness Griffith's fountain speech, which was a monumental moment, and it led to Guts wanting to chase his own dream, leading to a disaster for everyone though, unfortunately. The last thing I'd like to add is that the assassination of Julius teaches us a lot about Griffith. We learn that he's very calculating, and he pre-plans every decision he makes, and it's all pertaining to the outcome of achieving his dream. Griffith doesn't just do something without planning, and you could argue that sneaking into the princess's room was stupid, but it was a high-risk gamble, and if successful, it would have persuaded her even more, helping his dream become ever closer, cementing himself in Charlotte's heart and mind. Berserk is an incredible story, and I do love discussing the small aspects about it, because there's just so many layers. Anyway, thanks for watching, and reread Berserk.